Hello, welcome to Tamburi Monday frame drum channel. Welcome, good evening in Freiburg, in Germany, in Europe. And yes, I think we have maybe some guests from the States today. So I think you have a noon, afternoon, something like this. So welcome to a new edition of Tamburi Monday. As always, we will start with my small composition that we will practice every Monday. You remember maybe. And then we have a guest from the States, Yousif Sheronick, this time. And so I'm very curious to meet him here, to see him, to talk with him. A very interesting talk, I think. Then we have Bodypercussion. You remember Gilson, the Assis. Last week we already made great things and he will continue today. And then after we have two guests, Schilling and from Hamburg. She moved to Hamburg from Berlin. And Khayrullo, Dadoboev from Tajikistan. Yes, so many countries, sorry. Yes, so we start with our composition, right? So you remember, I will just show you the scores, right? And by the way, if you want, you can get these scores because I made a simple notation, right? So last time you already get something, but this time is another way to write. I just wrote the form now. You will see it here. Yes, so this is the beginning. You remember do-me-di, do-me-di, do-me, do-me-di, do-me-di, doom, right? So 1, 2, 3, 1. And here is the different forms, right? A, B, C, D, E. You remember we came until D the last time. And so here is always the main phrase, do-me-di, do-me-di, do-me, do-me-di, do-me-di, doom, tak, doom, doom, tak, doom, doom, pa, pa. And as I told you last time, we have always some possibilities to make ornamentations. And so all these ornamentations I did not write here, but they are in the other paper, right? So you can make some double strokes, some split hand strokes. So depending on your level, right? And so we came until A, B, C, D, right? So maybe we can just repeat very fast the forms. So I will just change my microphone setting because otherwise it's too loud. The frame drums can be very loud. Yes. So now you will hear my voice a little less. Okay, because okay, so the form A is do-me-di, do-me-di, do-me, do-me-di, do-me-di, doom, tak, doom, doom, tak, doom, doom, pa, pa. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And so I will not repeat all the forms that we, or the variations, let me say, as I said, with the split hand, everything. So just in case, if you are interested and you can watch the other videos, the other Tamburi Monday editions. So we have these editions in the on the channel, right? So just there you can really watch everything more detailed. And B, to remember again, is tak, 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 tak. It's doom, 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 doom. So remember 4 times beat, 4 times off beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doom, doom, doom. Sorry. And then C is also here. ta, doom, 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 ta. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so, and the D was, you remember, we had this idea of 3 times 5, and I wrote here 5, 8, 5, 8. So it's not a quintuplet, it's just a 5, a regular 5, right? So doom ta ta doom ta ta doom ta ta. So one stroke goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yes, I don't know if you practiced the last week or the last days, let me say. So if you practice, we can play next time together. And so we continue with E, right? So it is, this is the new pattern here. Ta ta dum dum, ta ta dum dum, pa pa, ta ta dum dum, ta ta dum dum, pa pa. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chance something to put something on your shoe, you can use the jingles and the shaker. Dum dum ta ta dum dum pa pa. So as you realized here, I play the 16th here, right? So it's up to you, but you can, of course, you can only play the. And usually, I think I told already the last times, but just to remember again, I try to make all the strokes with a deep sound. So the ghost notes here. Right. And so some ideas what we can use here, which kind of variations. I think, by the way, I can maybe make it bigger so that you can see my hand. So the phrase is ta ta dum dum ta ta dum dum pa pa. Okay. Yes, here we go. And ta ta dum dum ta ta dum dum pa pa. Yeah. So we can change, for example, the pa pa. Ta ta dum dum ta ta dum dum. So as I said, if you are able to make split hand rolls, you can. Or simple split hand, if you can play the simple split hand. Yes. So instead of ta-ta, instead of this pause, right? You remember, here is a pause. Ta-ta, es-dum-dum, es-ta-ta. Here, we can use a snap, for example, with the left finger. That is ta 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 ta. Okay. So ta 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 ta. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta 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 ta. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yes. And or you can make the first time without the snaps, and when you repeat the phrase you can use the snaps, right? And also here you can use a stroke with a thumb, the bass, and the snap at the same time. Yes, so then also take care of the sound. Maybe you can use a more muffled sound, right? Right? Yes, so I'm muffling here the tucks. And also you can use this hand that you use for the muffle sound. You can use like a stroke. Right? Or you can muffle the bass. Yes. So here you can hear the sound, right? So it's a muffled bass. Or you can use, instead of tuck, yeah, and or you can, for sure, you can make the doubling. Yeah. Yeah, so you can be very creative, right? So because rhythm is more or less something that you can explore by yourself. You can use this small composition as an inspiration, and also you can use it as an exercise for you, right? So we will do one more pattern and then we are finished for today. So I just show you, and voila. So here we have a combination with 9/8 and 7/8, right? And together is 16. Dum tak dum ta tak dum dum ta ta dum tak dum ta ta dum dum ta ta dum tak dum ta ta dum dum ta ta. If you have this pulsation with the feet, you don't feel the 9 very clear. Also the 7, right? Dum tak dum ta ta dum dum ta ta. It sounds like an offbeat, and this is a very interesting thing for me because I try to feel the 9 even if there is a pulsation. And then you can switch the feelings. You can switch between the feeling of this straight, right, and between the 9 and 7, between the groupings of 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 dum tak dum ta ta dum dum ta ta dum tak dum ta ta dum dum ta ta dum tak dum combination with a basic pattern. Dum, 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 ta, dum, ta, ta, dum, dum, ta, ta. So here you can build ornamentations inside. You can play instead of straight. You can use dum taka tak taka dum taka tak taka taka, right? So you can make the first with ornamentation, the 9, and the 7 we can do straight because there is a nice contrast, right? So that would be dum taka tak taka dum taka dum tak. Sorry, dum taka tak taka dum taka tak tak taka dum me ta take dum taka tak taka dum taka tak tak taka dum me ta take. Dum taka tak taka dum taka tak tak taka dum me ta take dum taka tak taka dum taka tak tak taka dum me ta ta. Slow for you. Dum taka tak taka dum taka tak tak taka dum dum ta ta dum taka tak taka dum taka tak tak dum dum ta ta dum taka tak taka dum taka tak tak taka dum me ta ta dum taka tak taka dum dum ta ta dum taka tak taka dum taka tak dum dum ta ta. So you can use this exercise to practice the 9, right? If you have the feeling the 9 is not so easy. Okay, so that's all for today. Next week, I mean, we will continue, and especially for the advanced of you, I have some special features. And yes, so I think we have a guest now. Right, Laura. Hi, Laura.
Hello, Murat. How are you?
Thank you. Fine. How are you?
Fine. Very happy to see you and to be here. I'm very pleased.
Yes. Also, you're a surprise for all of us, for all our audience here. So you are from Mexico, right?
Yes. I'm from Mexico City.
Mexico City. Nice to see you. Great. So what time is it there?
Well, now is 1:23 p.m. So we have just passed noon, and it's very hot in these days because it's the season when it's sunnier and hotter. So well, it's nice time.
Nice time. Yeah, springtime also here in Germany. It's nice. Yeah. Yeah, so while you are here, I would like to explain, because We started this year in January the Frame Drum Academy, right? The online Tamburi Mundi Academy, and you are one of the students. And I wanted to present your work, and yes, because for us it's so interesting what happens all over the world, and so many people who are young people starting, or percussionists who already play something and now start the frame drumming. And so maybe you can talk a little bit about your music, what you are doing, and your projects.
Yes, thank you. Well, I play into projects. I started playing darbuka some years ago. That was my first approach to Middle East percussions and world percussion. Um, and then I think it was just a path of starting, and then once you start playing percussion, you realize there are many other great instruments. So that's the origin of my interest in frame drums. I play into projects. One is Ensamble Darbuka Tepetl, and the word is very interesting because it comes from Darbuka, first part, and Tepetl, it's a word in Nahuatl, which is a Mexican language, and means heel, but it's the mythological idea of a heel that contains everything, and it's the origin of everything. And this is common in many other cultures, the mountains and the hills as the place where everything is created. So for me, it's a very beautiful name. And we have played lots of percussions, and it's a project that I really loved. And the other project in which I play is Mandorla. This is an ensemble of 8 women. We play different instruments. I play darbuka in that project with another friend who is also a dancer. And we have a cellist, 2 clarinetists, a bass, violin, accordion, and we make fashion of many types of music, but it's the music we loved. And of course, the rhythmical part, it's really inspired by Middle East music. So I love these 2 projects. And by the way, I am also interested in archaeology and anthropology, as that's what
Wow.
my former studies.
Yeah. Yes, so maybe we can have a look on one of your projects. We have a small video here.
Oh, thanks. That
Yes.
would be great.
Wow.
Oh, thanks.
So when did you record this?
I think, last year it was a project that was created with the pandemic. That's why we recorded at home. And then it was a really interesting process because we were at first we were very sad because we couldn't join to rehearsals and these kind of things. But then we started to compose things, sending us ideas, and the result was this video, which I think it's very beautiful. And it was my first attempt in playing frame drums in a composition. So,
Yes.
well,
Yes.
I feel very happy with this.
Yes, and since 3 months we are studying together, and so after 3 months, so we have three trimesters, and we have a small kind of small video exam where you can send us your um, the compositions. So, what was in these 3 months especially new for you, or what was the most interesting thing in our study?
Well, first of all, the very idea of having an online session with lots of people from all over the world playing frame drums. For me, this idea was interesting and crazy at the same time because I was wondering how this works, and it works in a very interesting way. So for me, this was the first thing that I say, wow, I'm really happy to be here. Second, I think the approach has been really nice, very organic. The connection with body percussion and voice as an approach to not only frame drumming, but the basis for rhythm and grooving and independence work has been really nice for me. I didn't used to play a lot while singing or speaking. Well, I've tried sometimes, but it was not something that I did regularly. And this is something that we do regularly as a basis of the approach to music, to the rhythms, to the exercises. So for me, it has been really nice and exciting to have this approach. I think it has been nice to get to play things that at first seemed very difficult, but if you follow step by step, you can do it in a process that it's really kind and easy.
Yeah, yes, that's nice, and I think you will continue the next trimester, right?
Yes, yes, I
Yeah,
am.
great.
I'm looking forward to it.
And I hope also that you can use some materials in maybe in your project because they are beautiful. The music is beautiful that we hear. And by the way, I think in the channel you have the chance. You get the links of this project, so everyone who is interested to contact you also in Mexico City. So, Laura, thank you for coming, and it was a surprise for us. Thank you.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm very happy to be here, and for me, it is a pleasure. So, and thank you for all the energy and all the knowledge that you share with us in the Frame Drum Academy.
Thank you also. All the best. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Yes. So from Mexico, we go now back to Freiburg here in our small studio. But we have another guest now, the official guest you saw in the program, probably in the announcements. Yousif Sheronick. Welcome, Yousif.
Hey. Hello, Murat. How are you?
Hi, Yousif. Thank you.
Good. Can you
Fine.
hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you good. And I just asked my friends here. Okay,
Yes,
we
they
can
can
hear
hear.
you very good. Thank you.
It's nice to see you.
Yes, me too. Nice to see you. I think it's long ago that we met. I think we met in NAFTA, I think.
Long time ago.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I was just thinking my daughter's 12 years old and it's way before then. So it must have been like 20 years ago or something.
Yes, I think it
15 years
was
ago.
19
You're
years?
right.
Yes, something like this. Yeah, yeah. So we would like to start with a music of you, with a video, if it's okay for you.
Sure.
Yes. So. So we just showed the second part of the whole piece. So at home for our guests, you can for sure watch the whole video because we have sometimes some of our guests, they have problems with internet, so we don't want to show so long videos, but we put it in the channel link so you just can copy. And also you can go to Yousif's YouTube link and to your website. Also, we put everything on the YouTube channel. So just take your time afterwards. But now we can talk a little bit with Yousif, right? Maybe you can first. I would like to talk about you, how you started, and what was your way to come to this point. I know it's a long story. Probably you could talk the whole night, but maybe there were certain important points maybe in your life.
Definitely. Well, my family is Lebanese, but I grew up here in the United States, and I grew up in the Midwest, like farming community. I didn't live on a farm, but I definitely grew up very American. I didn't know anything about these drums at all, really, until after grad school. So when I was growing up, I was playing drum set and I was in marching band and drum corps. So I had these I find these two areas still very important to me because there was the idea in like when you're playing drum set, the idea of having to improv and make up your own parts. And then there was like the real strictness of drum corps where they give you every single note to play and you have to play exactly like a machine. So I had those two kind of, balancing each other out when I was a kid. Not to go into too much, but I ended up going to college for school and I studied mainly like classical percussion and a little bit of like jazz drum set. So that was at the University of Iowa. Someone suggested that I go to Yale. There was a great teacher out there named Gordon Gottlieb. And Gordon Gottlieb, I ended up studying with him at Yale and getting my master's there. And I really loved Gordon because he was this guy that he was like the first call sub with the New York Philharmonic, and he was going down to Brazil and playing with the samba schools. And then the next day he'd go and play on a Michael Jackson recording. And I just love that he kept open all of his possibilities and just didn't like stick to one thing. So I really learned a lot from him, and he's the one that introduced me to Glenn Velez. So when I first moved to New York in 1991, he said, "Oh, there's this guy. His name is Michel Merhej, and he's giving a Rick class." And he said, "Do you want to go?" And I said, "Sure." I've never even heard of the instrument before, you know. And Glenn was taking the same class, so that's where I met Glenn Velez, and he was looking for people to play with. So he asked me to like after a couple months, "You want to come play with my group?" And that's like the start of my whole frame drum career was because of that. And then I had like, it was just this amazing opportunity of going to his house every day. No, sorry, about 3 times a week. And we would just play for like 2 or 3 hours. And that's how I learned how to play frame drums, just like on the job, watching him, asking questions. And little by little, I just kept furthering that career but not trying not to give up what I've done before. So I still try to collaborate with classical musicians and sometimes rock bands or whatever. I like to keep the doors open with what I play.
So your way was also your way to frame drums, not to music, but to frame drums was through Glenn, right?
Yes, definitely.
Definitely.
And I'm still working with him. I'm still learning. Every time I see him, I learn something new. It's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. So you live in New York.
Yes,
So Glenn lives in New Jersey, right?
right.
So how far is it, or do you see how often do you see each other, or
Well, we see each other on screen once a week,
okay,
but during COVID, we haven't seen anybody in person. Like we just don't do anything. Like you this week, we're fully vaccinated. I'm collaborating with a string quartet, so we're gonna see each other. We'll probably still be masked, but this is like this is still something new to us from COVID, is that we don't get together with people because it's so crazy here.
yeah, yeah, okay, but
But we do rehearse. We rehearse every week with Glenn for about an hour, and it's with Shane Shanahan, who you probably know, and John Hadfield. He
yeah,
chimes in from France, so it's great.
yeah, I saw your project, hand dance project. I saw at NAFTA, and that's so beautiful. A very nice project. And it's a pity that the States is so far from Europe, and just because otherwise I think there would be much more collaborations or much more exchange. I mean, still there is a collaboration, but I think that would much closer, much faster also. But who knows? Maybe with this way, with this new ways, there is another collaboration maybe possible in the
It's
future.
true. I mean, I think things will change. Maybe this will make it easier for us to, if nothing else, start collaborating online, and then hopefully we still want to get together and see people.
Yeah, definitely.
There's
Yeah,
no equal to that.
yeah, yeah. And so you told me your parents are Lebanese, right?
Hmm.
And so how was it for them? I mean, when you started with these instruments, all these rhythms, so was it something that they knew, or because maybe some people they come from Lebanon, but maybe they have no connection to the music, to their own music even. So was there something that you could go home and say, hey, Dad, I learned this. Do you know this Samai Takil? Or I don't know.
No, they really knew nothing about Middle Eastern music at all. And I don't know, part of me thinks that it was because, we grew up Muslim and there was no music at mosque, or they never played any Middle Eastern music at all. So any music that was going on in the house was American music. Even though my dad was born in the United States, his parents were born in Lebanon, but my mom was born in Lebanon. And there just wasn't a lot, they didn't know that much about it. So I think I introduced them more than them coming back and saying, I know that.
Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice. So then yeah, there are other frame drummers in the States. I mean, I don't want to reduce people and say you are frame drummer, you are not frame drummer, you are only drummer. But in general, our channel is about frame drumming. So we are talking about frame drums and also how we can collaborate or influence or something. Is there a kind of scene? I mean, there was NAFTA. NAFTA, I think, does not exist anymore. Is that correct? Or
I don't think it exists.
yeah, yeah,
No, we've been trying, I started this online frame drum school before the pandemic started.
yeah,
And part of, just trying to be, a musician and a teacher, but also a businessman, like I started reading, like, what should you do with your school? And they would say, well, have in-person events. And this is something that I always wanted to do. So the first person was like, Glenn, you want to do this with me? He's like, absolutely. I said, can we call it the Glenn Velez Frame Drum, intensive? He's like, sure, we call it whatever you want as long as people come. He's very humble that way. So 2 years ago, we did meet. I think we had about 40, 45 people for like a 3-day intensive in Connecticut. And it was fabulous. There was so many people we didn't know. And one of the great things about these intensives is that people meet other frame drummers in their own neighborhood. I have online classes now where there'll be two people from California. They didn't know each other beforehand, and now they're hanging out playing with each other. And so
Yeah.
you'll find these pockets around the United States, but there doesn't seem to be any center. There seems to be a lot in North Carolina for some reason. I don't know why. It's great. And a lot of the players come out of the Lane Redmond school. And
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody saw, but she was just nominated. She's going into the Hall of Fame of the Percussive Art Society. So that's pretty great. Glenn was inducted like a few years ago. So within a span of 5 years, there's 2 frame drummers in the Hall of Fame now, Percussive Art Society. So that's pretty cool. We're getting there little by little. We're pushing our agenda.
Yes, yes, yes. And I mean, you already mentioned your amazing big frame drum academy also, or frame drum school. I think it's called frame drum school, right?
Frame Drum School, yes, .org.
Yeah, maybe, or you already mentioned, we can talk a little bit about this. You wrote that you have about 600 students already, and from more than 45 countries. That sounds very, very amazing work, let me say.
Yeah, for me, I'm just kind of blindsided by how vast the frame drum interest is. And really what I'm teaching, I'm kind of teaching the Glenn Velez model. That's what I play. I say I play the Glenn Velez style. So there's a lot of people that want to learn that style of playing. And what it really came from, this whole thing started with me doing a lot of stuff in the universities. So I would go out to a university and I'd stay for a few days and I'd teach some frame drums. We'd do a concert, and I kept going, and I like flew to Taiwan for 5 days. And so I wanted to try to find some way that I could like spread some of these teachings and not necessarily have to get on an airplane. So it's one of those things that I started the school and I set it up as a college course. So my Frame Drums 101 is like a 12-week course. It's really meant for, like if a college kid wants to go every week, do a half-hour class, and there's a PDF and then a solo that they can play. So I set it up trying to get it into the university curriculum, and it has a little bit, but then it's just kind of exploded with everybody. A lot of people, I've heard some people say, I just like to come to your studio once a week. So they just see this background and they're like, I just like look around. It's great. Yeah, so I've been really happy, and I was really fortunate to have it all prepared before the pandemic hit, because there was no concert, so we were able to survive financially, and everything was still going well, and a lot of people signed up because of the pandemic. Everyone was home. People needed to find ways to learn, and I had no idea. I didn't know if it was gonna like be a bust, if it was gonna fail, but I talked to a friend of mine down in North Carolina, not a frame drummer, but I went to see him. He was like doing like this. He's like fantastic jazz vibe player. I said, man, I've never heard him play that before. And I said, where did you learn? And he said, I learned online. And I said, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try it. So it comes from like I saw somebody else was able to. I didn't know if it was gonna translate well to the student, but when I saw the way that he could learn through video lessons, I figured I wanted to give it a try.
Yes, yes. And you said you have a college curriculum, right? So can you I don't know if we have time, but maybe shortly you can describe a little bit what is inside that. That's maybe interesting also.
Yeah, well, I think there's a few different goals that I wanted the student to get from the course. And, I set it up like a college curriculum, only in that it's a certain length and that there's a test they can take, like they can play a solo at the end. So it's not necessarily just for colleges. But a few things that I wanted them to take away was like the idea of tone quality. And this is something that a lot of college teachers are bringing in frame drums into the curriculum, because it helps you develop tone. And as a teacher said to me, when you first started playing snare drum, when's the first time your teacher brought up, the sound of the instrument? I said, oh, it was like years. And he said, what about your daughter playing violin? I said, well, it was the second she picked up the instrument. So for them, one of the things I want to get out is tone production. And what teachers find is that the tone production transfers to other instruments. So when they learn how to get a good tone on the frame drum, it transfers, whether they're playing snare drum or marimba. And so these are some of the things that they can get along. Another one is doing ratios and playing in odd time signatures and finding ways to internalize them. So again, a lot of that comes from the stepping and vocalizing that Glenn Velez created, as well as just different ways that I've created that can help spur that a little bit more. Just to internalize it, it's hard for some people to play in odd time signatures. And I'll work with sometimes jazz drummers that are having a hard time playing in 7. We work through vocalizations, how to internalize them. And the third thing is playing musically. And for me, playing musically is one of the most important things that they can get out of the course. So often they'll get, like a rhythm to play, and it just is like a series of dooms and pas and taks, and it just sounds like that. So I really try to get them to like pull music out of that, so it just doesn't sound flat. Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully it's successful, but I am impressed when I hear my students play how musically they are. So I think that after I beat them down a lot, that it starts to come out a little bit more.
Yes. And yeah, that sounds very interesting. Very, I think also to start with the sound, this is something many people, I think they have no patience, let me say. They want to learn something very fast, but I think that the sound, you should take care of it. And this is a good approach to say the sound is important. Not playing, not the fast or something else. First, take care of the sound. Definitely. Yeah. We could maybe we can listen to some music in between, and so our next music, and we can listen to the next music, and maybe you can explain a little bit afterwards.
Okay.
That's it's a pity that we cannot listen the whole concert, but Yousif.
If you want to know a little bit about the piece, I think the reason why I put this piece up there is I thought I'd discuss a little bit working with composers and how people write for frame drums that aren't frame drummers and what I like. So that's my wife, Catherine Lockwood. She's a violist. We have a duo called Duo Jalal. And so over the span of, I think we've been playing about 10 or 12 years, actually longer than that, maybe 15 years now. We commission composers, and a lot of the pieces are for frame drum. And so that was a piece by a guy, Evan Zaporin, and he's a very well-known contemporary composer here in the United States. He's teaches up at MIT in Boston. And I just wanted to show a way that he might approach working with frame drums. And so a lot of it, I get to have some say in what I do. And basically what I basically like composers to write a low line and a high line, basically kind of like you do in Middle Eastern music, and then let me embellish it. And I've really gone the gamut of from end to end. I use Glenn Velez as one side of the gamut, where he's a frame drummer. So we're playing a piece this week by Glenn, and he wrote out every single note that I'm going to play. I'm talking like every single fingering that goes, like everything is completely composed. And the polar opposite of that is there's a jazz bass player, John Patitucci. And he wrote a piece for us, and he basically came down to the basement and sang my parts to me. He had something written down. He's like, don't look at that. So I've really had to find a way in between those two, of someone that really knows and someone that doesn't know how to, or just wanted to sing the part. And what I found, I really like the way Evan wrote for percussion, and the way he's notated everything, simply, but given me a lot of freedom on what to play. And then also, just about playing melodically. Maybe I could throw up a page of what it looks like. I don't know if you can see this or not, but part of it is drums, and then part of it will be like the melodic line of what Catherine's playing, the violist. And so this is the drum part, and then it'll go into the melodic line. And this really helps me so much because I can play my figure and then also shape what I'm going to do and play musically because I'm seeing the music line along with it. So in like all of these different interpretations, that I find this, I like this a lot. Sometimes I'll just look at the viola part, but to have a little bit of both really helps spur my creativity and seeing those lines and how they move on the melodic part.
Yes. Also, you compose yourself and you write also music, right? So how do you write your music?
Well, it depends. The first thing I think I did was a Rick piece. And what I had to do, I don't know if it's around here or not, but it looks like a contemporary percussion piece, like you would see from like Xenakis or Stockhausen, where it looks like classical percussion, like, a line, but then I give a key like they do, like if you're playing a multi-percussion piece. So on one line, if it looks like this, it's doom. On next line, if it has an arrow, it's shaking back and forth with the Rick. If it looks like if it has an F, it's a flam, and then I had to find different ways to do these fingerings because I wanted somebody that doesn't know how to play to be able to pick up the instrument and figure it out. And it's worked because I'll see people in some small town in Illinois where I know there's no Rick teacher there. And they've somehow, through watching videos online and checking out the score, they've been able to like play these, pretty intense Rick pieces. So I approach it more on the classical side than on the world side when I compose. You look like you're stuck. And we're back. You froze for a while, or maybe I froze. I don't know what happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you were just talking about someone who is who could not play Rig, but who was not able to play Rig, but played your piece. I think.
Oh, and then you lost. Yeah, I basically I wrote everything out so they could figure it out without actually taking a lesson. I think that's basically what it was. But that little clip you just played was my friend Mark Suter. He lives in Singapore, and I composed that piece for him, Doubtful Sound. So that's what you were hearing there. And again, every single thing is notated on that piece.
Yes, yes. Uh-huh. Very, very. And when you compose, so what is your idea, or what is your, do you have a concept, a special concept, let me say, or do you have several different concepts also possible?
When I compose, I play first. So I just get up in the morning or wherever I am, and I'll just keep playing and playing until I hear something I like. And then when I hear something I like, I keep expounding on it and see what the next section might be. So I can't think of something in my head and say that's going to sound really good. I actually have to play it. So I play first. I notate stuff. I record it. But that's basically how it works. And then I try to formulate more ideas after that. But that's the little spark in the beginning.
Yeah, yeah. So the most important thing is really the idea in the morning, right? The inspiration.
Yes, it is.
And then the next step is to, yes, to add something more, and then yeah, yeah. Nice. And so again, maybe about your frame drum school. I think we also put the link in our YouTube channel, so everyone who's interested, they can contact you, right, from your website.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And one thing that I want to point out, and this is again, like the business side of things, is that I don't realize sometimes that the exchange rate, like I'll get an email from somebody in Venezuela that the exchange rate is so high, it's so expensive. So instead of trying to figure out different exchange rates, I've also raised money for scholarships. So I have a donor that donates money to the school, and there's like earmarks. So if anyone's out there and they look at the cost and is like, I can't afford that, like sign the scholarship form. I want this to be available to everybody, regardless of whether you can afford it or not. So, I've already given out like 25, 30 scholarships for this for the course. So just want to keep that in mind. We want to, just like you're doing now, you're spreading this to everybody for no cost on YouTube, letting people check it out, getting more interested. And I just want to say, Murat, that I've heard a lot about Tamburi Mundi from Glenn and from other people. It sounds like you just do wonderful work over there. So I admire it, and I think it's a wonderful thing you're doing with the group.
Thank you. And as I told you, we would like to invite many more musicians from the States, but the distance is let me say a financial problem. Of course, this is the.
Of course.
But I think in the future, I think this way is maybe a good alternative. Still to build up something new, maybe on another level. So we have two different possibilities. One is really the live possibility, either in the States or here, so we can work with musicians, and then to have the other level to make other projects possible. Maybe we can share compositions or do something together. I think this is an important step to collaborate together also.
I agree, definitely.
Yeah.
We do what we can.
Yes. So I think we could talk much longer. I'm interested in many details, but I think I will ask if there is a question in the channel. So if there is a direct question, I can ask you directly. But I think at the moment not, but maybe they will ask you afterwards. Usually.
Completely fine. Anytime. You can I'm good with email. I'm always happy to answer questions.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for having me today. I appreciate it. And it's nice to see you. It's been too long.
Yes. By the way, my daughter is 15. My son is, I think, 17. Yes, yes.
And were they alive when were they born yet when during NAFTA?
um,
You might not remember.
I, no, I don't think. No, I don't think so. No.
Well, you don't look any older. I don't know what you're doing over there.
So, you have been in Europe once, or in Germany, or?
Yes, I've been, yeah, up until last year I was traveling quite a bit, but I've been in Germany and Austria and yeah, around
Yeah,
quite a bit. When I've toured a lot with like Philip Glass in Spain and England and just,
yeah.
you know what it's like. But once the kids come along, then the touring, slows down a little bit because I want to be home too.
Yes, of
You
course,
know, yeah.
for sure, for sure. Okay, so Yousif, we have a big applause for you. And so stay in touch,
I will.
and see you hopefully next
Okay.
time.
See you later.
Bye bye. Bye bye. So also prepared some other YouTube links of Yousif, and there are many interesting things. Also, the whole concert you can watch on YouTube on Yousif's channel. Right. Okay. I think we can continue with Gilles. Oh, I think he's coming. Gilles, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hello.
Oh, nice.
Good evening, brother.
Hello,
Hi.
my Brazilian brother. But I cannot see you. Just your beautiful voice.
Yeah, I think now I'm gonna see my beautiful face.
Great. How are you?
I'm fine. It's a really nice day in Munich. Very sunny.
Also here.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
Right time to get a bit hot.
Yes.
We need all to play drums. We need a better weather. Anyway.
And so you are teaching in Munich online, more or less online classes, or also you have real time classes?
No, I'm teaching online classes because in Munich is varying a lot because of the pandemic. Sometimes now, for example, I can teach the fourth class. I can go to the schools, which is first, second, third. I have to do online. And I don't know what's going to happen next week. Maybe you can. Sometimes I go to school. So for the fourth class, at the moment, at the fourth into the fourth class, I can go. But for the first, second, third, I have to be at home to teach online. But it works. I mean, it's not easy because of the the difference of the sound. But I mean, we know what we do, what we can do. We have no choice. We have to do it.
Of course, yeah. So you are using the time more for you to compose more or to prepare projects, or what is your time now?
I mean, I just finished my second CD for dance. I did this for about 10 years ago, 12 years ago. It's called Percussion for dance classes, because I work a lot with dancers, and I play a lot for dance. And the people are coming to me at the end of the classes. You don't have this music that you are playing. I'm sorry, not. And I did a CD 12 years ago. And now, I mean, I can meet, I can meet nobody, and it's much easier to do alone something. I decided to do this Percussion for Dance #2, and with many grooves for dance. Stuff that the dancers like, 3/4, triplets, or basic things in funk, pop music, and a lot of body percussion. I record a lot of body percussion, a lot of material percussion, also with bottles, cups, buckets, chairs, and all the things that I have at home, and I use it to record this CD. Not only also with some normal instruments, but I agree. I am put many different sounds of these bottles. Sounds interesting. I mean, you're gonna. I think a couple of months I'll be ready, and I can can show you.
Forward for the music. So now we can continue with Bodypercussion.
Yeah, sure. The second half of the body, because the other half will be very complicated. So many things. Just with this half here, we can do really a lot of things, as I told you last week. I'm going to do like that. I just repeat short what you did last week, and then I continue some variations, some new things. I told you last week that there is a pattern of samba reggae things, a pattern that the people are clapping on the streets when the bands, the groups of samba reggae are going. In Bahia, in Salvador, in north of Brazil, they play a lot of the streets the whole time, only music, the whole time music on the streets. And the people, they clap like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, tum ding tum, dugurugu dum, tum ding tum, dugurugu dum. And I did the same with a bass with 1, 2, 3, and 4. The same. The first pattern is the first tempo is 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 snaps with the right hand. I say right hand of the left side. 1. 1. We did that last week. I think, Murat, you told me that you'll be on YouTube. It's available. The people can watch it.
Yes, so this channel from last week is available.
Okay, they can see that, yeah, that we did that. I just repeat anyway, very short. There's some people maybe that are coming now are new and have no idea what we did next week. I did it like that first time. And then I do something for my voice. Which is very nice for coordination. If you use some voice, not to sing exactly to sing, but to sing, to say, to imitate an instrument. Like, for example, the surdos. The surdos are the bass drums. They are going like dum, dum, jing, dum, do, 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 dum, dum, jing, dum. Do 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 dum. So like that, you play last week. And if you play the surdos with the pattern with samba reggae, or inclusive pizza con tutto, sounds like that. 3 and 4. A dum, dum, ding, dum, do 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 dum, dum, ding, dum, do 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 dum, dum, ding, dum. Do, 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 do. Then you have the solo set of voice, and you can sing something too. Last week I told you that we could sing this thing, batuque, batuque, but I think that's very complicated. I'm not to learn that. I just show something very simple, which is the name of one of the bands, of samba reggae bands in Salvador. There's many. Olodum is the country one, the famous one, and there is one called Ile Aye. It was practically the first samba reggae band in Salvador, and we're gonna sing. Not sing, just say his name. Ile Aye, Ile Aye, Ile Aye. In the beginning, exactly like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Ilea 1. Ilea 1. Ilea 1. Ilea 4. 1. Ilea 1. Ilea all the time like that. But it's very boring if you just sing which just snap. You're gonna do, gonna increase some movements, the same that you did before. And with it sounds like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ilea, 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 Ilea. Nice exercise. If you hear my voice and you answer, it's always in Brazilian music. It's always like that. One lead singer singing, and the whole people background vocals are doing there, and the main voice is doing there. One more time. 3 and 4 in 1. E leia aí, que eu quero saber. E leia aí, é um mundo negro. E leia aí, que eu vou cantar pra você. E leia aí, que bloco é esse? E leia aí, que eu quero saber. E leia aí, é um mundo negro. E leia aí, que eu vou cantar pra você. E leia aí. Like that. It's nice when you sing, and we've put some surdo, this bass drums together. But it's not all. You can do some new movements. A snare drum pattern in Salvador, samba reggae, is going like I just do the accents, but the snare drum are doing 16 the whole time. Cha, 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 cha. And you hear the accent like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1. That you see exactly what snare drum are doing. They are playing like that. I don't show you the sounds that I'm doing. We're going to do later. I write in 2 because normally Brazilian music you write in 2, not in 4. Okay, I just to get easier, just say 1, 2, 3, 4. But normally you count every Brazilian music, samba, baião, always is write in 2. Frevo you write in 2, 2, 4. Okay, but theoretically, there's a little bit easier if you say 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why I do it 1, 2, 3, 4. But normally, officially, you have to say 1, 2, 1, 2. You start with the first 16 and the fourth 16, and go through with this is third 16, third 16, third 16, second 16. Okay, you do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There's a very dangerous figure here because it's not like this one. It's a bit short. You go a bit fast here. Okay. When a very nice exercise is to count. Always count. When I'm teaching, I always do like that with the students. Always doesn't matter of playing or doing, just count 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, or 1, 2, 3, 4, or just stomp 1, 2, 1, 2. It helps a lot on rhythm feeling. That's why we're gonna do the same figure, the same pattern with 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, it's going like 3, 1, and 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, we're gonna do it nicer. Why nicer? Not just clapping. Normally body percussionists are already doing something nice. We're gonna learn now how you do a nice movement called butterfly. every workshop that you do about body percussion is called butterfly. It's a movement that you are like that, your arms are away from your body, and you just beat your elbow here. Elbow, and then you close it, your hands. You just do like that, like a butterfly. Huh? If you see, it's very similar, like a butterfly, this movement. Don't do that, because like that sounds, don't like, it looks very nice, like that, okay? And don't touch or shout. It's not like that. Otherwise, you can have some problems if you do, if you close it, okay? And it's also not a position. I just say to as a joke. I say to the people, it's not a position like I love me. It's not I love me position. It's not I love me position. It's just butterfly and bowing and just close it. Okay, you're gonna do the first tempo with a butterfly movement. Okay, you do, you know, the pattern. Repeat the pattern: 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You're gonna do the same with that. 1, 2, 1 and 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then afterwards, after 2, you're gonna snap. After 3, and after 4. Okay, let's do like that. See, I think it sounds nice. Together, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my God! Oh, no, again, again. Just turn off. I go home. Ciao. Bye bye. Okay, we try again. Okay, you have that's the one. The first beat. 1, 2, and then after 2 is snap. After 3 and after 4. Okay. I say 1, 2, 2. If I say 1, 2, 1, 2, you get crazy. That's why, just to explain you, I think it's better when I say 1, 2, 3, 4. But in fact, there's a heresy if you say 1, 2, 3, 4 in Brazilian music. Just have to say 1, 2, 1, 2. But just to explain the pattern, I think it would be nicer, easier if I say 1, 2, 3, 4. We just start again. 3 and 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you try sometimes, I think you get it. You can do it, and you're gonna do the same things that you did before with dum 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 dum. The surdas in Ilea, you can do it. You should. You don't need to do it now because naturally is very new, naturally, and it's very. It's not. Yeah, Murat.
So this is the 1 and the 2 you do with your feet?
No. 2, if you want, you can stop, or you can say 1, 2, and so on, okay? With the voice. One or both. As I told you, I prefer just to work with this part of the body. But I told you that when I teach my students, I always say to them to stomp. You can do like that, also stomping. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and so on. Okay, and you can count to the same effect. It's all very nice for your coordination if you count 1, 2, and again 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if you do the surdo, dum, dum, ding, dum, do, 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 dum, dum, ding, dum, do, 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 dum. Could be a bit complicated, but let's try. Why not? We have nothing to lose, or just try, just try. One day, yeah, it's you got in your hands. You know, just have to practice sometimes, and you're gonna see it's not quite difficult. Okay, you do now with the sword, doom, doom, ding, doom, do, 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 do. The sword goes like doom, doom, ding, doom, do, 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 doom, doom, ding, doom, do, 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 doom. With the pattern together, 3 and 4, and doom. Again, 3 and 4, doom, doom, ding, doom, do, 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 doom, doom, ding, doom, do, 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 doom, doom, ding, doom, do, 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 doom. So like sounds crazy. Sounds great, but I know that's not easy. But we just keep going, just keep playing. In one time, it's very new. I know these movements are very crazy. It's very new. You have to do a lot, to think a lot about a lot of things. But if you after some week or some days, when you know that how to do it, you can do many things with your voice, and you can do also Ilea. Why not? I said, okay, Ilea with that. Yeah, why not? We can try. Or we have nothing to lose. Yeah, Murat, you know, we have nothing to lose. Or you don't have to pay for it. No, just try, just for free. Okay, Ilea is like Ilea. Ilea, Ilea, Ilea. It's not so complicated. Ilea is easier. And I can show you one interesting thing also. You can put both things together. The first rhythm that you learned last week, and I repeat today, is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 2 times this one, 2 times the new one just afterwards. What's the new one? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 2 times first one, 2 times second one. I just show very quick. The first one. Where is it? This one was the first one. Tum ka cha tum cha tum cha tum cha tum ka ka tum cha tum cha tum cha tum. And then the second one is just here. Ta 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 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. Okay, let's do it, and let's do it slowly. So 3 and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Let's just not repeat. It'll be very complicated to repeat it. But let's try again. 2 times the first, 2 times the second, and then finish. 3 and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 3. Second, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. No, he's the one. Okay. I know. I hope that you enjoy it. There's really just kind of practicing exercises. But as I told you last week, I'm going to help a lot on coordination, and you can create a lot of things, even in Arabic music. I mean, Oriental music. You can do your own stuff. Just discover some patterns and just to try to adaptate to this bass part of your body, the chest, and you can do like that. You can do that. You can do butterfly. You can do with the your voice. Many different things. just to finish, one basic samba pattern that people love it. Many people are doing that. It's very easy. So here's one, one, two, one, two, one, two. Right, left, right, left. Just the same. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, all the time. You start here. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. I repeat. 1. Snap. Snap. 2. And then again. Snap. Snap. 1. It's just tune, chi, chi, tune, tune, just 6s. Ta, 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 1, ta, ta, 2, 1. The two chests are in the 1 and the first 16 and the last 16. 1, 1. Okay. First. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I counted 16 years. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just to have a little bit of fun, you can say, or you can just to make a bell, a kind of samba bell that you find in many atabaque rhythms in Brazil. He's going like that. It's one of typical samba bells. There is not in Brazilian clave system like in Cuban music, but many atabaque rhythms in the ritual music. Every rhythm has a bell together. You cannot conceive atabaque player or a rhythm without a bell. They're both together. Okay, and this is one of them. It's a very nice one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay, and you do that with your voice. 1 and 2 and 1. Ta 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 ta. This kind, not Indian music, yeah. Ta 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 ta. Not ta 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 ta. The whole time. Ta 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 ta. Okay. 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 1. Ta 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 ta, and together with the pattern 3 and 4 and ta 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 It was just my present, Murat, my bye-bye present for you. I hope you enjoy it. It was very short, but as I told last week, some material to get some better independence of right and left in the voice. That's the most nice thing in body percussion. There's every drummer, every percussionist, every guitar player, piano player can help a lot or rhythm feeling with just an exercise, and just create your own exercise. It makes a lot of fun, as you saw before. It makes really a lot of fun to do it every day. I'm looking patterns and sounds, and imagine that I'm teaching the kids. The kids are crazy about it to play the body percussion. Okay, many thanks, Murat. I mean, it was nice to be here by you.
But you also have online classes, online lessons with body percussion, so that maybe people can continue
Yeah, sure. I mean, just can the people that are interested can just send a mail and can do maybe a small group or individual. I don't know. Can sure we can do it. We can do it. No problem.
And I hope in summer in Tamburi Mundi Festival we
Well,
will.
I hope so. I mean, I get vaccinated, and I think I can. I think let's see. I don't know. It's going on, but at the time. But I will do anyway, Murat. Immediately I say yes. Immediately to you.
Thank you, Gilles, and also for you at home. If you have anything, if you are inspired and you want to contact Gilles, please feel free. And Gilles, big applause from here.
Many thanks. Thanks a lot. It was a pleasure.
Have a good evening and have a good time until summer, hopefully.
Bye-bye. Stay healthy, everybody, huh? Bye-bye, people. Nice to meet you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Ciao.
Yes. Wow, that was... Getir. Hello, Uta. Hello. Hello, can you hear me? One. Hi, Uta. Yeah.
Okay, just a moment.
Yes, now I can hear you.
I got it.
Nice, nice. Hi, welcome.
Hi. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, yes.
And I'm nervous because already 1 year I talked to nobody.
Really? Why you didn't talk to anybody?
I'm sitting in quarantine in Corona times at home.
Oh, okay. So now we can talk a lot. Nice to see you. So you are in Hamburg?
Yeah. I'm in Hamburg here with my daughter, and my daughter already 1 year was not in school.
1 year not in school.
Yeah, because of my parents. There are 93 and 94, and therefore I was a little bit afraid.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, I have a lot of time. I have here a big house, and I can play Doira, and I can, yeah.
Yes. And also you are helping your daughter for schoolwork, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Also, yes.
like everybody now, yeah, I think.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, we already started with a video. You saw the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was from a concert, right?
Yeah, this was the last Tamburi Mundi festival 2 years ago.
Yes, that's right. In 2019.
Yeah, great time.
I remember very good the concert. Yes. And so I think you came several times to Freiburg, to Tamburi Mundi. And so every time you came, you brought something new ideas, and you also developed something new pieces. And also the last time, 2019, we saw that was also for me always surprising. And but before we continue with all your projects, maybe how it came that you started with Doira, because after years I understand how let me say how hard it is to play Doira. And when I see you, every time I was thinking, wow, you have so much power and energy to play this instrument. So what was a fascinating thing, or how it came to start it?
I always wanted to play drums since childhood, but my teacher gave me such a kind of examination. I was in the class 5, I think, I mean 12 years old, and I had to repeat some rhythm, I don't know, and I didn't get it right. So he told me, no, it's not for you. Please play the guitar. Okay, I started playing the guitar, but yeah. And then after that, I when I was studying in Berlin already, I was fascinated by percussion from Azerbaijan first, and then by chance I found Tajik ensemble there, and there was Doira also. And I thought, Doira, no, it's not my instrument. But then there was no other instrument, and I started, and then it was really, yeah. I love this instrument now because the Doira gave me so much for me, because in Tajikistan and also in Uzbekistan, everybody loves me because I play their instrument. Not so good as they, a little bit like a German woman, but yeah, it's the country. They love me for doing the music and playing Dora, and this is I think mainly this. I'm not a solo player. I love to. Yeah, I brought to Tamburi Monday also Abos and Sator and Khayrullo, and I love being on scene with them because I'm not professional for being solo on the scene, but I love to cooperate and to play together with the people from there. Yeah.
Yeah. So that means mostly Doira players, they are also soloists or not?
Depends. Doira is everywhere. It's for folk music. It's for dancing. Of course, with this 3 Doiras playing with, it's for solo mainly, but there are also 2 persons with 3 Doiras or even 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. Doira is everywhere. In orchestra also. Yeah.
Right. And so what do you like when you play Doira? So in which combination do you feel happy, or is this which context you like mostly?
Personally, I don't know. I love playing with dancers,
Mhm.
and I love singing.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. We have also later we will listen to something with singing. Yeah, when you sing, because you also speak Tajik language.
Come, come.
Come, probably more than we think now, because you. I know you are very in this. I think you are very perfectionist, right? So I think you can more than you sometimes say. I know it because I'm always surprised. But what I was wondering is, as I said, for me, Doira is not an easy instrument. And so, what was the biggest challenge for you to learn this instrument? Was it the rhythm? Was it I don't know, fingers? Or so? What was the difficult, most difficult point?
The power, I think, the strength you need. You need a lot of muscles, and you need some how it is, this metallic fingertips. What is it in English? I don't know.
Okay, yes, yes.
There's blood and everything.
Okay, so you have to go through a very hard examine
Yeah,
to. Uh-huh, uh-huh.
I love this. Yeah, I love this. Some kind of what it is, Murat, in English. Herausforderung,
Challenge.
challenge,
Yes, challenge.
challenge. That's it.
Yeah. Mhm.
My private challenge.
Yes, yes. And this is really practice a lot. And do you make some push-ups, something special additionally to for your muscles, or I don't.
I don't have the time. I thought about it, but don't have the time to do this now. Maybe in future.
Yes.
Good
Mhm.
idea.
I think Abbas, he told me that he's doing everyday push-ups,
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah.
something like 40 or 50
Oh,
or yeah. And so you the your first master was, I think, Sator.
yeah. Not the first, because my first teacher was in Tajikistan. And then after that, when I was about Khayrullo master, when we were in 2001, we were with our music group with Furkat also. We were in Tajikistan for 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. And then this was the first time for me. And then after that, I studied in Tashkent 3 months also in university. And after that, I came to Seto.
Wow. Great trip started. And then after this, you get in contact with Abbas Kozimov, right?
Yeah. I was also, of course, everybody now knows him, and now the world is so little, so close together with Facebook and everything. And also Khayrullo and Abbas also, we connected. We met by Facebook first. We were in contact via Facebook, and then after that we met.
Wow. So it is much easier than in your time, let me say, when you started, you had to go to Dushanbe,
Yeah.
start searching, asking people. I think there was no Facebook, right?
No.
No, right? Yeah. So you were, I think you were one of the pioneers, I think.
So I don't know. Women, they are playing Doira, but women's style is a little bit different. It's more with finger techniques. There's little slap maybe, but not like men playing. And it's more when there is a wedding, for example. It's a Muslim culture, and there is some wedding meeting before wedding, only women, and they are playing for themselves, only women, and dancing and playing and singing, and not foreseen, I think.
Ah,
Yeah. Maybe this is right, because on scene there are only boys and men.
Yes, and also the dancer, of course, the female dancers, but
Yeah.
mostly the performance, not the female. But maybe we can watch one more piece, and then we can continue
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was
Wow. Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah, it was in 2016, I think. I had a halfway, a 6-month research project about music education in Dushanbe in Tajikistan, and my daughter was in a dance group, so she was in this video also. My daughter
Oh,
dancing.
really? I didn't know. Oh, I have to look afterwards again.
Yeah, she was very, I think 5 years old. Yeah, or 6, no 5. It doesn't matter. And so, and this was her group, and I said to the teacher, "Oh, come on, let's do some doira dance for the children." Yeah, it was great. And Khayrullo, of course, he helps me because I can't manage it by myself. And he does a composition and everything. So together with a dance teacher, and yeah, it was great.
Yes, yes. And so, but the choreography, there was someone who did the choreography, or was it also you?
The teacher for the children, the woman who teaches dance teacher, or how it is, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Wow, so that was amazing. Also, the big the garden, or is a central place in Dushanbe? Or
Yeah, this is a park, some kind of park in the middle of the city.
yeah, yeah.
It's a very, very nice city, very green, with many trees, and yeah, nice.
Yeah. And so you are from Germany, going to Tajikistan and playing the drum. I mean, you are not only playing; you are really playing in a serious way. And I know I saw you. It's not. Let me say, it's not only because you are a woman or you are exotic, someone. No, you are really playing all the compositions. And so how is the reaction in general? I think it should be, it is very positive, I think.
Yeah, of course. But Tajiks and Uzbeks also, they are so thankful if some, because nobody knows about them. Where is Uzbekistan? Where's Tajikistan? What? Okay, Afghanistan. Okay, everybody knows because of the war, but Tajikistan or Uzbekistan, no. Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, okay, Samarkand, Bukhara is a little bit, yeah, there are tourists going there, old cities, but Tajikistan, nobody knows.
Oh.
They're so thankful. Oh my God, you know us, you know, or you love our culture, and so, yeah. But I was like the only woman playing in this style for a long years. And now I told you before, I want to talk about a girl.
Yes.
By Facebook, I saw a video of a girl, a young Uzbek girl from Andijan, playing doira like the style, she does the same like I do. She plays the doira like on scene, like with for dancing or with a slap, and with yeah, so powerful, so nice. She's, I think, 13 years old, and it's a little bit like a sensation in Middle East.
Yeah.
And I found her of again via Facebook and via Telegram, via WhatsApp, and we are in contact. And this is my project now. I want to do a video with her, a composition we are working about, and there will be a first video playing a little Uzbek girl and older German woman playing doira.
Wow. So we just have a small look. There is a small video, I think, in Facebook.
Yeah, if you can show it, yeah, please.
Yes, show it. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Good, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. So
for me, it's difficult. They sent me a composition and with a metronome, and I told them, please, I have to work on it because I can't do it so fast. I need more time.
oh.
Playing.
So another challenge for you, right?
Yeah.
Great. So, and when is the video recording? When did you plan it? This
I don't know. I can't play as fast as her. First, I have to practice more.
okay.
Really? Yeah. Really. So we are doing now the composition and about the solo parts, and we will do some nice Bukharian 6/8 also. I think we need some time more, but she's already, she every day she asks me, oh, okay, when can we film and when can we mix it? And no, stop. Wait for me.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so we are waiting day by day, and if you finish, you can let us know.
Yeah.
And
Also in Corona, this is like a Corona idea, yeah, because everybody now do video from that. They will film in Uzbekistan, I will film here.
yeah.
And now it's no problem because it's so common now. You can do any video composition on with every part of the world, and nobody wonders why. This is great.
That's
I
right.
love it.
Yeah, that's right. And So there is any support for her, or can she study in the future this instrument, or what do you think?
I don't know. Her father also is Dora player, and she told me he has 5 daughters. So usually you give your profession to your son as a Dora player, yeah. But he has 5 girls, and the youngest one, she started to play Dora. So he's supporting her, yeah, of course, and she has a teacher also, and yeah, I don't know, maybe maybe, yeah, if you have some idea about children festival or something like that, let me know. So I really want to invite her and to support her as much as I can. I don't know. Yeah.
Yes. No, that's a very, very beautiful idea, Uta. Yeah. So maybe we can watch one more film, one more video. I think we have one very interesting project.
Okay.
Just very short. I think you can also talk a little bit about this.
Mhm.
I think there is a technical,
Yeah.
but I think now it. Wow, that was you, or?
Yeah, this was a nice experience. This is also in this half year in Dushanbe when I worked there with my project, my research project, and there was a woman, a friend of mine. She lived in the same house and working for an international organization. Let me think about. Oh, really? I don't remember. But she lived in Germany also a long time, and she invited me. They did a concert. What it is, Murat, please help me in English. So für einen guten Zweck, also für irgendwie
A benefit concert.
benefit concert for children with körperlichen Behinderung. I don't know English.
Disabled.
Yeah, right. Thanks. And she asked me if I want to join, and yeah, and I found this group. They were also for this concert, and she put us together, and we had a month regularly practicing. But it was the first time for me playing Dora to some, and also not only Tajik, also English pop songs and so on. Yeah.
And this is
more of this. I love this. I love being connected with other peoples and being on scene with others together. So I'm not for solo. I love this in singing and dancing and
Yeah,
having new experiences. Yeah.
great. Yeah. And yes, I also have this feeling when you come to Tamburi Mundi, because there are so many different musical styles also, and you are, I have always the feeling you are open to everything of them. And as you told us, 2019 you came with Khayrullo, and he's also here, by the way, so we can invite him also. So we see each other now.
I will help a little bit, yeah, translating, because his son is not there. So
Okay,
I will try. You can talk. Yeah.
thank you. Khayrullo, selam, selam. Çetori,
Hello, hello, salam, salam.
selam. Çetori,
Good
خوبی?
enough. Very good.
Very good. Nice. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
So, saat chand الان? What time is it in Tajikistan?
Yaki Shab.
Wow.
Eins, Abend.
1 Uhr. Wow. It is
Yeah.
1 o'clock in the night. Wow. So it's very late. Thank you for coming. And so, Uta, you will help us to translate a little bit on the conversation, right?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So we would also show some videos, but also talk with him about actual things. But maybe also because, as you said, Doira is not the most popular instrument in the world, but it's getting popular. And so in my eye, Khayrullo is one of the musician who is, it's not only the music that or the instrument that is important, also the one who is bringing the music. And I think Khayrullo is someone who has a very positive energy.
Yeah.
And I think he can give this music much easier to others. Maybe you can translate.
Окей. Да, Хайрулло, здравствуйте. Он сказал, что вот Дойра в мире не самый популярный инструмент, в смысле, вот мало кто знает про нее, но он говорит, вот в тебе там он видит человека, который может вот не только, как сказать, рекламировать этот прекрасный инструмент, но сам у тебя вот такая личность, что ты можешь очень быстро найти контакты, и это очень важно иметь такого человека, как тебя, чтобы познакомиться с этим инструментом, потому что ты умеешь связывать их.
Ага, спасибо большое. Здравствуйте еще раз всем. Очень рад вас видеть в эфире. И кто смотрит нас, тоже приветствую всех в эфире. Очень мне приятно это все услышать. Конечно, это все моя любовь к Дойре, как сказать, все это связывает. И, конечно, я стараюсь, и я хочу, чтобы о Дойре знал весь мир, конечно, потому что каждый инструмент хорош по-своему, и также Дойра тоже имеет свою изюминку среди всех перкуссионных инструментов. И она достойна тоже стать мировым.
Yeah, he said thank you very much for inviting him. Yeah, and okay, now I have something here. He's very happy to be here, and thanks for your warm words and welcome. and he told that Doira, he loved this Doira, and Doira is like every other percussion instrument, has its own flavor. Every percussion instrument is unique, and also Doira, and Doira is not. It's worth to know about Doira. So.
Yes,
Yeah.
maybe we can watch one solo piece of Khayrullo, and then we can continue.
Смотреть один час.
Спасибо. Thank you. Vielen Dank. Я хочу сказать, этот видео был у меня в репетиционном базе. Когда это вот такая идея пришла, вот 4 дойры поставить и в разном тоне и сыграть, и сразу зафиксировать это, что эта идея пришла, это было тоже, я не помню, сколько лет тому назад, ну не так уж давно, но может быть года 4 или 5, может, тому назад это было сыграно.
Yeah, he told that this video was taken about 4 or 5 years ago, and it was like he had this idea to take Doiras with different sounds, a lower and a higher one, and play on them a composition. And already he just immediately fixed it like a video, this idea. Murat, where are you?
Can you see me?
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, I didn't see. So it was like he had this idea and immediately he take a video of that. So it was a history of this short video.
Yeah. I choose this video because I like it, and because usually, not usually, I had to start our first meeting in Freiburg in Tamburi Mundi, and so for me, Khayrullo was very open and to try new things, to learn new things, and for me this was also, yes, like a result of his researches, musical interest, to find out new sounds.
Khayrullo, он сказал, что вот он это видео выбрал, потому что это как символически, он видит то, что ты очень открыт к всему, вот новые идеи и вот новые на твоем инструменте, и в этом видео он все это видит, как ты открыт к новому и вот новые эксперименты.
Спасибо большое, но я сам не ожидал этого видео увидеть.
He didn't expect to see this video now.
Это был сюрприз.
Surprising.
Yes. But I like it. As I said, I mean, it is not about you practice at home, on stage. For me, music is not only on a big stage with big light, everything. Music can be here in a house, in a private house, or in the garden, or in the mountains. The beauty is not the stage, and for me that was so so beautiful moment. I know that was a kind of improvisation probably, but I like the beauty.
Он сказал, что музыка, это видео он очень любит, и музыка для него это не только большая сцена, но музыка может быть в горах, дома, у себя в комнате. И самое главное в музыке это не чтобы это показать на большом сцене, но чтобы показать красоту. И вот эту красоту он увидит.
Да, да, спасибо большое. Это вот правильно сказано.
You're right, Murat.
And yeah, so maybe we can watch one more video. So typical, I think this is a typical situation with many many drummers. And so one moment, we have to just check the video.
Vielen Dank, thank you very much. Такие неожиданные видео, которые все это было снято моим телефоном. Я вообще не ожидал таких видео.
He didn't expect this videos because it was with a telephone or not with a good camera, and it is very surprising for him.
Yes.
Я смотрю, разведка хорошо работает.
What?
Разведка в каком смысле? Что
Ну, вся информация уже есть о моих видео.
You have all the information about him. There's nothing to hide from you.
No. Yes, I like the variety, you know, of his work. So with this ensemble, so that was a more or less a traditional way, I think, or traditional concept with many Doira players, or. Yeah.
Он очень любит, вот, что ты так многообразно вот, работаешь, поэтому и спрашивает, это был традиционный вид музыки с дойры, с такими, с многими дойристами?
Да, вообще традиционно много дайристов играть, конечно, но это исполнение было немножко в микс современным, да, там вот драмс играет, и более такое темпичное, динамичное сделано. А так у нас называется вот дойрабаз в концертах, на свадьбах, особенно у дайристов, когда они женятся, обязательно без дойрабазма не обойдется. Это вот дойрабаз, такое выступление. Просто такого вида мы на сцене играли. И это был тоже у нас юбилей одного дайриста, где мы поехали поздравить его. Такие выступления часто бывают.
Yeah, this kind of composition with many doira players, it's called doira bazen, and this is a traditional thing. You can, for example, it's like a little bit like как конкурс, да, можно сказать, чтобы показать, кто самый хороший.
Ну да, там в основном, конечно, каждый показывает в своем партитуре, когда придет соло, свое мастерство.
Да, a little bit like a competition between the doira players, who is the best, and to show for solo part. This is traditional thing, but it's a little bit more modern with drums and other instruments.
Yes, that's I like it. The different situations or the different moments. It's like a little bit theater also playing, and like this competition.
Это тоже немножко театральный, он говорит, да, что ты вот показываешь вот это на сцене.
Да, мы не только на сцене и на свадьбах. Я со своими учениками всегда стараюсь везде выступать. Не просто так халтура вышли, отыграли и свое ушли, да. Мы в первую очередь стараемся играть для души, и это чтобы давало удовольствие людям, которые смотрят. А в каком смысле смотрят? Не просто смотрят, чтобы могли они нормально послушать и почувствовать душой всего этого. А некоторые просто смотрят зрелище, а они слушают. А некоторые только слушают, не видят зрелища. А у нас вот мы стараемся сделать, всегда выступать так, и для тех публики, которые только смотрят, и для тех публики только слушают. И у нас вот получается такой как-то зрелищно, музыкально получается.
Yeah, he told me, I forgot this. It's also, he played this thing on weddings, because Murat, we have to say in Germany, in Tajikistan, it's a little bit different. It's really a profession, a common profession, being musician, playing on weddings. There are in Germany very few people, I think, living on this. But in Tajikistan, it's very common. So sometimes the people only going to wedding to earn money, and they are playing after that they go home. And Khayrullo told me that for him it's very important on weddings also to show everything, to play for the people who listen only, and play also for people who loves having a show, so that everybody can enjoy it with the soul and the heart.
Okay, yeah, I understand. And so when he was in Tamburi Mundi here, we have more, let me say, the classical type of concert. People are sitting and watching, and so I know he's also giving regular concerts, and what is the difference, or let me say, when he makes the music for wedding and for concerts, let me say, so where is the focus, or what is the does he enjoy in the wedding, and what does he enjoy in the concert, or is it the same for him, or is there a difference?
In Tajikistan, or in Germany and Tajikistan?
Yes, for example.
Он спрашивает, для тебя какая разница, вот в смысле, как ты чувствуешь вот выступать на концертах или на свадьбах? И вот, например, Tamburi Mundi все сидят, и там зал, вот это как ты чувствуешь, где разница, или как ты себя чувствуешь?
Ну, вообще, если так взять, и когда я в своих выступлениях уж ухожу в себя и ну, уже в своем там мире, и для меня уже там, я не вижу никого, даже зрителей не вижу, когда я играю. И так бывает, что могут там помахать мне, или кто-то смотрит в мои глаза, говорят, что ты на меня смотрел, а на самом деле никого не видел. Я играл, как сказать, в своем мире и своими этими.
He told me that when he's playing and he's going inside his music and he didn't see anyone. Maybe there's some friend like this, hello, but he told him, but why did you didn't saw me? And Khayrullo said, no, I see nobody when I'm playing. I'm in my music and in my soul, my heart, and I don't see anyone.
Yes, all right.
Хочу подчеркнуть одно, когда но у меня там разные выступления бывают, когда я выступаю перед каким-то публикой, они, ну, например, перед таджикской публикой или вот восточной публикой уже у меня другая тематика игры. А за границей, за пределом страны или за пределом Средней Азии, можно сказать, уже другая программа, потому что уже в другом программе я должен выступать, потому что они нуждаются более в традиционных, или надо показать более такой классическую традиционную игру. А сами коренные, например, в Таджикистане, они уже, можно сказать, большинство носителей с традиционным, уже там более миксировано или более современно, что-то новое надо играть, получается. Вот здесь отличие есть.
В Таджикистане новый, более современный надо, да?
Да, что-то новое всегда, потому что они уже, можно сказать, ну, уже с детства это слушают, и что-то, если новое, это, конечно, удивит их.
Yeah, he said that in Tajikistan or in when he's going in foreign countries, it's a different program, different things he's playing, because in Tajikistan, for Tajik audience, they want more modern things, adding something new, because they already know the traditional play. And for example, here in Germany or other countries, they are interested in Tajik traditional music more. So it's a different program.
Yeah. And so again, the time we met in Tamburi Mundi, I know you were a big master on stage. You were a teacher. You were a friend of many people, and you all were also like a student. You learned from your colleagues, your other musicians. Maybe you can translate.
Yeah. Когда ты был на Tamburi Mundi, он тебе вот так видел, что ты с одной стороны большой мастер на сцене, ты был преподавателем, преподавал дойру, но в то же самое время ты был и ну, ты учился у других, вот ты пошел на другие курсы, на уроки, на мастер-классы, и там вот как студент вот выучил другие инструменты.
Да, я этим хочу сказать. Если так взять, я пожизненный студент.
I'm always a student.
И хочу сказать, если так взять, у себя времени не хватает, чтобы учиться. Но я вынужден преподавать дойру, потому что многие хотят дойру. Я хочу, чтобы дойру знали, я хочу, чтобы дойру звучал по всему миру. Поэтому уже это обязывает меня учить еще, плюс других тоже. И учеников, у которых в сердце там любовь к дойре появилась, чтобы это не погасло, я буду поддержать это и учить. Получается, и параллельно буду учить, но а так пожизненно буду учиться.
Yeah, he said that he loves to learn and to be a student and learn all the time, but there is not enough time, because also he has to teach because there are people interested in Doira, and he wants that Doira becomes famous in the whole world. So if there is anybody interested in Doira, he helps him not to forget this instrument and to go deeper inside and learn Doira playing. So he has to teach, but he always wants to learn something.
Yes, and we have a small surprise for you, because I like, as I said, because I'm also sometimes I'm musician, sometimes I'm student, and I like his way of living his musician's life. You can tell him.
Еще немножко маленький сюрприз для тебя, потому что Murat also loves, Murat тоже любит учиться, I mix language, and любит что-то новое узнать, и сейчас будет маленький сюрприз тоже еще раз, я не знаю какой.
Хорошо.
Окей.
You remember?
Да, очень хорошие сюрпризы. Вот неожиданные видео. К сожалению, я тоже из того, что немножко очень был занят ремонтом дома, сейчас занят, поэтому ничего нового не мог записать. И вот всего нового и сегодня посмотрел.
Yeah, very nice surprise. And actually, he's doing Hausrenovierung. What is it in English?
To renovation house.
Yeah, of the house. So he has not the time to record something new, he told me. So he wanted to record something new, but he has not the time because he's very busy. And you found this old things from the net.
Yes, this was a Turkish rhythm in 9, you know. Maybe people they didn't understand, or and this rhythm has nothing to do with traditional music, and so that was very interesting for me, that again Khayrullo, that he is so open to other music.
Он говорит, это турецкий 9, да, 9 восьмых или что это было, вот ритм. И это ему тоже очень понравилось, что ты вот так, ну опять-таки такой откровенный человек, который вот хочет вот другое взять, новое.
Да, спасибо большое. И вот хочу сказать насчет вот этих всего учебы. Каждым разом, когда вот в каких-то гастролях, фестивалях я увижу других мастеров, и это все вдохновляет меня и дает энергию мне, энергетику, и что-то новое учусь. Вот поэтому и стараюсь всегда учиться и миксировать, и попробовать даже некоторые жанры игры других стилей на дойре. Вот, и вот на Tamburi Mundi я тоже много чему научился. Вот некоторых инструментах, которых я только в магазинах видел или в каких-то там видео, первый раз как традиционно это или как правильно играть, какая там постановка, какой стиль игры, пальцовка, как играть, все это вот, это, конечно, это вдохновляет человека. Вот на Tamburi Mundi, вот как я научился, ну еще начал учиться, можно сказать, на Khayrullo, да, вот. И надеюсь, если, дай Бог, в дальнейшем тоже будет возможность вот пандемия, все это исчезнет, коронавирус, и если состоится Tamburi Mundi, дай бог, если я буду участвовать, обязательно опять буду учиться у других мастеров.
Yeah, he said that every time when he's on tournée, yeah, like with concert, he asked other musicians from all over the world to show something on their instruments to him, and it's for him big giving new energy and new ideas. And also in Tamburi Mundi 2 years ago, he started to learn instruments that until then he only saw in a magazine or in a shop, and he didn't know even how to hold it right. And now he starts he's starting to learn, and he will continue learning if the pandemic is finished, and he hopes that Tamburi Mundi to come again to the festival, and he will continue learning on this other instrument.
Nice, very good. Because we have just for our people here on our channel, please go on the YouTube channel of Khayrullo, and you will find many beautiful videos of Khayrullo with different instruments, also with a small doirik, I think. And also Khayrullo, you play tamburello and everything. We cannot show everything here tonight, because otherwise we could watch 2 hours, 3 hours or more. So we will just put the links in the YouTube of these beautiful examples.
Он говорит, он рекламирует твой канал по YouTube и говорит, там очень хорошие, интересные инструменты тоже, вот как это дойрарик и вот другие. К сожалению, времени не хватает, что все показать и говорить всем зрителям, чтобы они посмотрели твой канал.
Спасибо большое, очень приятно.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we hope in summer when it's possible that you come to Freiburg, because you are living in Germany, and probably we will do a festival, and maybe you can come and participate, because I don't know if we can invite Khayrullo from Tajikistan to Germany due to Corona situation, but maybe we can stay online in contact.
Yeah, I think we have this plan with Khayrullo to invite him. So maybe by chance he will be here. Он говорит, он меня приглашает на фестиваль. Говорит, он не знает, что он может тебя пригласить или нет. Я сказала, что у нас и такие планы, чтобы ты приехал, и ты может быть, ты будешь здесь, в Германии.
Да, у нас же вот мы надеемся, что у нас планы большие, проекты большие, чтобы продвигать Дойру. И в дальнейшем, я не знаю, ты сказала или нет, там про совместных работах, может быть, если судьба это будет, и, может быть, переедем как-то в Германию по Европе, чтобы там ознакомить с Дойрой.
Yeah, he told also that we have a little we have many projects with Khayrullo about the future, and if it's okay, we will see what will come and what will be, but he wants maybe to spend more longer time to live here in Germany, and she's already learning German, and so maybe we will have a possibility to be more close connected.
Wow, that would be great for the future. I hope so. So we will finish with one last video. I think this will be no big surprise for Khayrullo, but we will enjoy it.
Okay, еще последнее видео, но не сюрприз.
Okay.
Wow.
Спасибо большое. Очень мне приятно, во-первых, что считали нужным пригласить меня на этом эфире. И я вот благодаря нашим инструментам, ну, кто на чем играет, кто на дойре, кто на других инструментах, благодаря нашим инструментам музыка объединяет нас всех. И вот так мы знакомы и дружим. И это, дай Бог, чтобы вот эта наша семья, чтобы вот этот в кругу дойры, в кругу весь инструментов, которые рамочные, да, в одном круге мы все живем, в одном, как это шар земли, можно сказать, чтобы это было еще сплоченно, чтобы было все между нами, и чтобы мы могли дарить любовь и радость народу.
Yeah. Thank you very much for inviting. He's very happy and very. It was very good to be here, and he's very happy. And he said that this in thanks to our instruments. So it's Dora or frame drum or any other frame drum instrument. Thanks to our instruments, we are now connected, and we have our friendship. We can work together, we can learn together, and he hopes that this it's about frame, yeah, this a cycle. We will be able to give this energy to the public of the Zuschauer, no?
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Audience, to the audience also, to make them happy. So that's what is inside of us.
Thank you, Khayrullo. Thank you very much. Thank you. We also say thank you here. And also thank you to Uli, thank you to Yashar here in the studio. And
большой привет всем тоже от меня.
And also a special thanks to you, Uta, for your help, for coming to your talk, and also staying here and helping us. I think you are something like a ambassador of the Doira in Europe, at least. I don't know. I don't want to say in the world, but maybe for the Western people, or I don't know. We can talk about, but at least in Germany, in Europe, I think you are a very important person to really connect people, not only connect, really bring the music, bring Khayrullo here, and also for the future. I'm happy that you both maybe come to Freiburg.
Yeah, it would be great. Khayrullo is talking about our family, that our family will be close together. Our Tamburi Mundi family.
Yes. Thank you very much. And Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramazan Mubarak. Спасибо большое. Rahmati kalon. Teşekkür. Kheli mamnunam.
Kheli mamnunam. Merci.
Olur.
Okay, so say bye-bye and see you very, very soon, hopefully.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, also for the our guests here in the channel, we see next week. And also, if you want to contact our friends who came to the channel, please feel free. Facebook is possible. And if you have any suggestions, any questions, you can contact Tamburi Mundi directly, of course. And so thank you for coming, and see you next